the main attraction. Adam Townsend has his debut album coming out this weekend. The album release show is going to be at Club Congress on Friday, June 7th. Night Weather will be opening up, and we'll hear all about that. But first, here's some music from Adam Townsend in advance of the release of his new album, All My Fires.
I had a dream I was walking through a field. Saw my life in my hands and it felt so real. And I could look left and right and far behind, but I could not see what I would find. Only heaven knows where my life will go. Just listen to your heart and the rest will follow. Those dreams that will come true if you let them go. Sometimes it seems like I have no plan. It may appear it's the kind of man I am. We do not know the path our future holds, but if you never try, you'll never know. No. Only heaven knows. Oh, where my life will go. Just listen to your heart and the rest will follow. There's those dreams that will come true if you let them go. Go. So just listen to your heart and the rest will follow. And those dreams they will come true if you let them go.
That was awesome. Sorry, I had to change guitars here. You guys ready? Yeah. Flowers every morning, breakfast in her bed, make that six if she said that's what it takes to bring her back. In the haze for some time, trying to make reason of your life.
still breaks my heart. Some we take it back to the start. Every day I care for you, oh. Every day I say your name. Every day I cry with you, oh. Every day I show my love to you. Settle down now, my darling. It's time we ease your troubled heart. So go ahead and take your time. Don't have patience, I'll give you mine. Tell you I love you every hour, every minute of the day. Scream it out loud till my breath is gone away. Write 1,000 notes until they will fall upon the floor. This say heart of yours finally is no more. Every day I care for you, oh. Every day I say your name. Every day I cry with you, oh. Every day I show my love to you. Oh, I show my love to you. Oh, show my love to you. Oh, love to you. Whoa, every day I cry with you. Oh, every day show my love to you. All right, that's great. When I first saw her, she was behind bars, oh. She was too young and scared, it tore me apart. She looked up at me with big brown eyes, yeah. Did the paperwork with amazing surprise. Oh, that's right, honey bee, oh, that's right, oh, yeah. Honey bee, yeah, that's right, honey bee, oh, that's right, my honey bee. That first moment, it was love at first sight. Somehow I just knew she was just right. She didn't know it then, I was the wind in her sail. I did that paperwork to help her post bail. Oh, that's right, honey bee, oh, that's right, honey bee, oh, that's right, honey bee, oh, that's right, my honey bee. How could she just walk on by? How could she just be left to die? I can't find the words to hardly describe how I would be without her in my life. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Hey, honey bee,
You're tuned into 91.3 KXCI Tucson. My name is Matt. This is Locals Only, and we're live in Studio 2A with Adam Townsend. We've got mics for everybody, so why don't we start off by going around the room and have everyone introduce themselves and let us know what you play tonight.
Well, my name's Adam Townsend. Playing guitar tonight.
I'm Diego Urias. I'll be playing guitar today.
I'm Greg Gillen, playing bass.
And I'm Ryan Crandall. I'm playing drums.
Excellent. Well, thanks for coming down, everybody. Very much appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah,
for having us.
blessed to
Thank
be here.
Yeah. So, Adam, it's a big week, a long time in the making.
Yeah.
The album release show is going to be Friday at Club Congress. Let's go back to the beginning, though. When did you start working on the songs that ultimately ended up on this album?
I kind of put it at like 10 years ago.
Wow.
When I first started heavily writing a lot, and always saying I was going to do this album. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And it kind of never, the timing was just never right, really. But yeah, 10 years ago, I started writing a lot and really thinking about it and, coming up with ideas of how I wanted it to sound, definitely. But really seriously started doing it 3 years ago. And then about maybe like 18 months ago exactly is when I really pushed to do it, and I looked at studios and went down that rabbit hole of figuring out, okay, how am I actually going to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing that I think is really fascinating about the path that you took on this album is that you talked about kind of a 10-year horizon of from when you first started seriously writing songs to now having this full length in your hands, and over that period of time it's become more and more prevalent for artists within months of forming to just pump out something that they record at home on GarageBand or something like that and say hey, this is our album. So you took a different path. You took the sort of old school path of I'm going to go to a real studio, I'm going to work on these songs, I'm going to get great musicians to play with me. Why did you want to take the sort of road less traveled when at so many times along the journey I'm sure there were people who said, yay, come over to my house this weekend, we'll crank out 11 tracks and we'll put it up on Bandcamp?
I think for me, I don't know, I guess in my mind I always thought that was how everyone did it. Looking at the great musicians and people who've done records over the years, and for me it was I was still kind of finding my voice, my sound, even my actual voice, it was still developing. And 10 years ago I think I was not a good singer at all, and now I think I'm pretty all right. But I think that was part of it. Also, there's just a lot of personal hurdles in my life and things I've had to overcome, and just like I said earlier, timing wasn't right to really dive into this in a meaningful way.
So once you made the decision that you were ready to start putting the pedal to the metal on getting a finished product in your hands, how did you go about the process of starting to figure out where you wanted to record this thing? I always wanted to do it in a studio that had at least some kind of reputation where other great records have been made already. And I just literally started listening to albums that I loved and researching where they recorded and who produced it, who engineered it. And the big cities are always Nashville, LA, New York, and there's Austin, Seattle, or other pretty good, decent cities too. And I don't know, I wanted that clout almost to be I got recorded at this studio, to be able to say that, which is probably kind of silly at the end of the day. There were probably a lot of easier ways I could have done it. But yeah, I just started literally researching and found this one studio in Nashville and looked them up, and the albums that they put out were great, and it was somewhat affordable, and I literally just emailed the guy, and he got back to me that day, and he checked out some of my demos, and he said, I like what you're doing, I'd be interested in working with you, and jumped on the phone, and we kind of talked about what it would sound like, how it would work, and I was like, okay, great, I'll call you back in 3 months when I have the money. So I want to hear a bit more about that kind of give and take of working, bringing in somebody, an outside voice, to help direct the shape of the album and bring that producer's ear. So did you have a pretty specific vision that you shared during those initial conversations, or did you have more? Well, so what was that? What did you express?
Right.
At that point.
So in my head, I had all these songs worked out. I even had them all kind of planned out on my computer with my recording software, and when I told him that, he's like, I don't want to hear it. He's like, send me just your vocal and a guitar or an instrument, and that's it. He's like, I don't want my perception of these songs to be tainted by what you've already thought up, because he wanted to inject some of his creativity into it. So I sent him the songs bare bones, and surprisingly, a lot of the tunes came out pretty close to how I had kind of envisioned them. Once we got into the studio, it was the structure was more or less, we would sit down with the band, play the demo, we would quickly figure out what it was going to sound like just by talking about it, and we would jump in the studio, everyone would grab their instrument, and we would kind of jam for a little bit. And the producer would be in the room with us, and he would kind of be like, you try this, why don't you try this on the piano, why don't we do this, and we would kind of have a working, like a rough draft of the song within about 20-30 minutes, and then we would lay it down, and that was kind of the system for the whole album, one song at a time. And I was a little worried, I must say, like, oh, he's gonna change my songs, he's not gonna understand what I'm trying to do, but he was actually pretty great of like really bringing more out of them.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely an act of surrender that goes into recording with someone else, right? That it's
definitely,
it's no longer just your baby. But were there songs along the way that really surprised you, where listening back on it now on the finished product, that it's just it's transformed into something different than what you originally envisioned?
Yes, definitely. And it's the oldest song that I wrote that actually made it on the album. That song is actually 10 years old. And that song started off with like this really slow kind of ballad. And it's the song the second song we played tonight. It's called Every Day. And I had different ideas for that song. I thought it was just a throwaway song, to be honest. And he told me when he heard, he's like, no, I think that's probably going to be one of your big hits. I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I have this idea for it. Just wait till you get here. And it actually turned out amazing, like way better than I thought it was.
Wow. And who were the players on the album? Were they people that you had a relationship with, or folks that he was recruiting from Nashville?
No, I hadn't met any of them beforehand. He has a pool of players that he likes to work with, if possible, if they're available. So he kind of just initially will reach out, hey, are you available in a couple months for this weekend or this set of dates? And they'd be like, yeah or no. But the core band was my bass player, who was kind of like the band leader. His name is John Estes. He could play like any instrument you wanted. He played all the bass and keyboards and pianos and stuff on the album. Jeremy Fetzer was my guitar player, lead guitar. Any kind of solo or anything that sounds really good, the guitar, that's him. And then my drummer, Dave Racine, he held down all the beats and the percussion and everything. And then we had a lot of other instrumentation throughout the record. We brought in 3 different string players. I can't remember all their names. Sorry, everybody. 3 string players, cello, violin, viola, and then we had 3 different horn players, trombone, trumpet, and then saxophone.
Wow.
And then a couple background singers, too, on top of all that.
So during our next break, I want to talk about the process of translating all of that to the stage here and putting together your Tucson band and the players who are going to be with you at the Friday release show.
Yeah.
So we'll chat about that in a few minutes, but why don't we hear a few more tunes first?
Yeah, great. I'll start this one.
When the devil wants you dry and you feel like you're gonna die. When the water is running red from the blood that you have bled. Oh, The crows are circling from overhead. The murder's coming, someone's dead. Well, he will split you from all you love, separate you from the one above. Whoa. Jesus, save me. Father, rescue me. Oh. Well, Satan wants you for his own. He wants to leave you dying all alone. He will conquer against the sun. Anything he can till he has won. Oh. Believe me when I tell you all, he will conquer while to fall. He will split you, all you love. If you forget the way I told, oh, Jesus save me, Father rescue me, Jesus save me, Father rescue me,
So now we're gonna jump into a cover for y'all. I like to take pop songs and hip hop songs and kind of make them a little funky. This one's called No Diggity.
Baby got 'em roaming all over town. Strictly biz, don't play around. Cover much ground, she's got a game by the pound. Getting paid is a forte, each and every day to play away. I can't get her out of my mind though. I think about the girl all the time. East side to that west side, pushing back right. She's no surprise. She got tricks in the stash, stacking up cash. That's when it comes to the gas. By no means that bad, as long as she's got to have it. Baby, you're a perfect 10. Can I get in? Can I get in? I like the way you work. No diggity, I got to back it up. I like the way you work. No diggity, I got to back it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity, I got to back it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity, whoa. She's got class and style. Seen knowledge by the mouth. Baby never act wild. Baby low key on that profile. Catching feelings is a no-no. So let me tell you how it goes. Cause the world spins a verb. Love is it cause so freak what you hold. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. got to back it up. I like the way you work it. Come on, diggity, I got to back it up. I like the way you work it. Come on, diggity, I got to back it up. I like the way you work it. Come on, diggity, take it away, Diego. You work it, I'm on diggity, I've got to back it up. I like the way you work it, I'm on diggity, I got to back it up. I like the way you work it, I'm on diggity, I got to back it up. I like the way you work it, I'm on diggity, oh.
That was fun. Good? You good? All right, let's do this next one. Going out in the ocean now. The wind is blowing, waves are crashing down. And I'm so tired, trying to stay afloat. It got me beat, now I'm down in that sea. And beneath the surface, everything is revealed. It's a beautiful life that we are living. It's a beautiful life all around. We forget sometimes we burn out. It's a beautiful life that we are given. Ooh, 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 ooh. Coming down from the mountaintop, the sparks are flying, the forest is burning down, closing in, the flames are surrounding me, and I'm suffocating, and I can barely breathe. As smoke engulfs me, I can finally see it's a beautiful life that we are living. It's a beautiful life all around. We forget sometimes we burn out. Oh, it's a beautiful life we are given. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, and all I know is we're not alone. No, for these highs and lows, no, I'm so grateful. 'Cause all these moments are gifts. It's a beautiful life that we are given. Yeah. It's a beautiful life all around. We forget sometimes we burn out. Oh, it's a beautiful life that we are given. Ooh, 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 ooh. Beautiful.
You're tuned in to 91.3 KXCI Tucson. This is Locals Only. My name's Matt, live in Studio 2A with Adam Townsend. Thanks again for coming down tonight, everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks
of
for
course.
having us,
Thank you
man.
for having
Appreciate
us.
it. Hey, thanks for Walter. You guys running sound, Walter and Wally. And is it Ben?
And Ben, yeah.
Ben doing video. Thank you guys. Really appreciate y'all.
So during the last break, we were talking about the process of recording the album in Nashville. I want to talk a little bit now about translating the work that you did there now into your Tucson band and what folks are going to hear on Friday night at Congress. So how did you go about starting to put together the fine group of players that you have here in Tucson?
Well, I can't take any credit at all. It's all Diego over here, my guitar player. He is a phenomenal guitar player. He's a student at the U of A, and he's just very well connected with so many different players and people that play in Tucson. He and I met a while ago because we played a showcase together, and we met up and got beers one night and kind of been chatting back and forth. And he was just really pumped about the music, and he was very willing and wanted to help me put a band together, which is amazing.
Yeah, I had a beer with Adam, and we talked about his album, and I heard it, and I was like, this is something special. And I was like, I got to be a part of this. So he was talking about horn players, and I played jazz at the U of A. So I was like, oh, man, I know so many horn players. Let me on it. And then, so we got 2 horn players that are going to play with us, Autumn Dominguez and Drew. And it's going to be trombone and sax. It's going to be something real cool.
Yeah, and the last person that we need to solidify was a piano player, keyboardist. So we're having Steph Copen play
cool.
for us, which is great. You probably know who she is.
Yeah.
But she's gonna play keys and sing with us. It's gonna be great because I was really hoping I could find a female vocalist to sing with me live. But yeah, then the other gentleman in the room here. So obviously Greg playing bass, and then Ryan over on the drums are all going to be there at the show.
Excellent. Yeah. So this is going to be Friday night at Club Congress. Mm-hmm. You've got Night Weather opening up the show.
Yeah, they're great. They have fantastic energy
homies,
when
man.
they play live. Yeah.
Yeah, great group. Yeah. What time does everything get started on Friday night?
Yeah, so doors are at 7:30. Night Weather's going to go on probably close to 8:30, and then we'll take the stage around 9:30. It's kind of roughly the loose timeline.
Excellent. So, one thing that I always think is a challenge about the process of putting out an album is there's so much work that goes into it before it enters the world, and then it's just here, and there's almost this feeling of like, I don't want to say that it's anticlimactic because then you get to share with everybody, but it's just a different process, and you have a different relationship to the sort of work that has to go into promoting an album,
right,
in relation to the work that goes into creating the album. So, what's your plan for trying to keep the momentum going? How do you want to share this this music with the world now that it's out there?
Right. I think from like a lower level, an early level, it's really up to like all my friends and family and fans of my music. I've kind of cultivated a little bit of a fan base here in Tucson. So it starts with them spreading the word, sharing it, on social media as much as possible, just telling people. And then the second layer on top of that is like, if I could get the album reviewed a little bit. I have a couple reviews that are happening in the Tucson area, which is great, with some of the newspapers and publications here, which is going to be amazing. And then outside of that, like reaching out to bigger publications and blogs and stuff, and seeing if anybody wants to talk about it. A lot of spreadsheets, a lot of Excel spreadsheets. You have to get very organized to kind of keep track of all the people you're talking to, and you have to put on your business accountant hat a little bit to really try to do your own PR and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like for a lot of artists that they feel uncomfortable with that part of it, and then great music ends up just kind of sitting off in the void. Yeah. So I admire the work that you're putting into this part of it as well. It's just as important.
I knew it was just as important, and I want to make this a career if possible. Yeah. And I kind of like wanted to think about it from more of a business mindset of like bringing a product to a market.
Yeah.
That's not the end when it comes out. That's really the beginning.
Sure.
For the consumers, for what they're hearing, trying to use my college degree a little bit over here.
So once again, the album comes out, or rather, the album release show is going to be on Friday. What's the actual official release date for the album? Is that Friday as well?
Friday as well. It usually hits all the digital stores on Thursday night at 9 p.m.
Okay.
Or whenever it's midnight on the East Coast is when it's available.
Excellent. And if people want to keep track of upcoming shows or find ways to purchase or listen to the music online, what's the best way to do that?
Definitely. So, website is always great, and my website is just adamtownsendmusic.com. I'm really present on Instagram if anyone wants to check me out on there. I do post a lot of shows on that one. I kind of post them on my website vis-a-vis Instagram. But, or you can always text me, email me, whatever. I usually get back to people pretty quick.
Great. So we've got just about 20 minutes left here. So why don't we squeeze in as much music as we can before we
sounds great.
wrap things up?
All right.
You're listening to Adam Townsend here on Locals Only.
Sorry, I had to tune up really quick. Just want to say this is my guitar player's favorite song, I think. The song's called All My Fires. It's the title track of the album.
I can't put my finger on it. It's hard to say. And the more that I think about it, it's better this way. If I said what I should, would I be here all alone? Sometimes it's just hard to say I was wrong. Oh, my, I'm starting to feel remorse for those things that I do. And though my fires start this way, and I conspire every day, and I conspire and accept the blame. Oh, and I retire amidst the flame. Oh, the longer that this sits sunset, the bigger it grows, and the harder that this becomes to swallow. And if I done what I should, oh, would I be here all alone? Oh, sometimes it's just hard to say I was wrong. I'm starting to feel remorse for those things that I do. And though my fires start this way, and I'm a liar most every day, and I conspire and accept the blame. Oh, and I retire amidst the flame. Oh, my, I'm starting to feel remorse for those things that I do. I've just sat by. Now I've got to try to slow fires start this way, and I'm a liar most every day, and I conspire and accept the blame. Oh, and I retire amidst the flame.
Okay, this next song is a fun one, and we all get to let loose a little bit. This song's called My Name, and it's probably like the most like rock and roll sounding song on the album.
My name has been cold, but I feel like I've been falling now. It's time for me to break away. This life that I've been living, sometimes I'm just pretending. I never give up, I'll just start again. I don't need to be found, oh, oh, oh. Keep my head in the clouds, oh, hey, hey. I don't need to be found, no, oh, oh, oh. I'll find my name. This life that I've been living, sometimes I'm just pretending. I never give up, I'll just start again. Life always drifted by, but now is my time to dive. I'm finding how to be true to myself. Yeah. I don't need to be found, no, oh, oh. Keep my head in the clouds, oh, oh, oh. I don't need to be found, no, oh, oh, oh. Well, to find my name. I don't need to be found, no, oh, oh. I keep my head in the clouds, oh, oh, oh. I don't need to be found, oh, oh. While I find my name.
All right, this is cover number 2 for the day. We're going to try to do a little bit different rendition of big hit song from a couple years ago called Uptown Funk. We'll see how it goes. We're not sure.
cold. Michelle, fuck that white gold. This walk with them good girls, say masterpieces, shining, wildin', living it up for the city. She got chucks up, we sail on. I'm gonna kiss myself, I'm so pretty. Too hot, I did. Call the police and the fireman, I'm too hot now. I did. Make a decking, want to retire, man, I'm too hot, no. I did. Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot now. I did. Am I bad about that money? Break it down now. Girl, see you, hallelujah. Girl, see you, hallelujah. Girl, see you, hallelujah. Up, down, funk, gon' give it to you. Up, down, funk, gon' give it to you. Saturday night, the week in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Oh, 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 oh. Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some liquor in it. Take a sip, it's on a check. Julio, eat the shreds, oh, oh. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we're gonna show 'em out. Smoother than a fresh chop skippy. I'm too hot, I did. Call the police and the fireman, I'm too hot now, I did. Make a jacket, won't you retire, man, I'm too hot, no, I did. Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot now, I did. Am I bad about that money? Break it down now. Girl, see you, hallelujah. Girl, see you, hallelujah. Girl, see you, hallelujah. Up, down, funk, gon' give it to you. Up, down, funk, gon' give it to you. Saturday night, we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Hallelujah. Girl, see you, hallelujah. Girl, see you, hallelujah. Up, down, funk, gon' give it to you. Up, down, funk, gon' give it to you. Saturday night, the week in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch, come on. Ooh. Oh, 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 oh. So maybe two more? All right. This next one, it's called Our Love Is Enough. If you come to the release show, you'll see the full band on stage for this song because we're going to have the horns on it. But for now, we got the 4-piece right now. Don't you worry, 'cause our love is shown. Oh, my girl, please believe me. Right where we belong. When I say our love is enough, let that be enough. Oh, I am holding on to you. I'm never gonna let you go. No, I'm never gonna let you go. 'Cause I am holding on to our love. So darling, we must be shown. Got to carry on, yeah. Oh, I know, my girl, this ain't easy. True love takes sacrifice. And oh, my girl, you're so worth it. So So I won't think twice, no, when I say that our love is enough. Let that be enough. 'Cause I am holding on to you, and I'm never gonna let you go. I'm never gonna let you go, no. I am holding on to our love. Darling, we must be strong. Got to carry on. Never gonna let you go, no. 'Cause I am holding on to our love. Whoa, darling, we must be strong. Got to carry on, no, yeah.
Awesome. So, thanks for having us. We're going to do one more song, I believe. The song we're going to close out is called River. Just swap out guitars really quick. Now it's out of tune, right? I'm just gonna go with it.
Rain's coming down, it's past midnight. Far and few between all these passing sights. Standing by myself in this big old crowd. 5 feet all alone, will I scream out loud? I'm going down. To the river today. It's feeling low to wash away. Water is flowing, oh,
much for having us, Matt.
Thank you. Adam Townsend live in Studio 2A, album release show Friday night at Club Congress. Have a great night, everybody. The Scratching Post is up next.